I'll get the.
Oh yeah, we can see everything just fine.
I'm gonna adjust the camera. Tell me to where the bottom is right where like the table is.
Oh, okay.
And then if I need to tilt it or anything like that, just let me know.
I was gonna say, we're actually pretty decent in here. I was gonna say I can.
Oh, the table's
yeah.
also crooked.
Oh, no.
Hold on. Excuse me.
No. You're way out, Chris. Push your side of the table out a little
I'm a
bit.
perfectionist. Sorry.
Alright, there we go. That's good.
We wanting to.
That looks
adjust our
better.
stuff.
Go towards your. Go towards Chris a little bit. Right there. Right where you have it. Perfect.
Good enough.
Good enough. Bottom of the camera's in there.
Oh yeah, that's stellar, man.
So does the Mazda logo really look backwards when you watch this? Or no?
No, it only looks backward here. It's like showing us a mirror.
I
But
think.
when you actually watch it, it's normal.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. I've never actually looked. Hi everyone.
Hello.
All right, guys, welcome to Pints and Pistons. It's Friday, and you know what that means. We're talking about cars and drinking beers.
Talking about cars and drinking beer.
Giggity, giggity.
Surprisingly, right now I'm the only one with beer in front of me.
Oh shit, beers.
Well, I was waiting for the first beer of the night.
Beers. We'll do beers. All right, I got 2 beer mugs, regular drinking glasses, and one of those glasses. Who wants what?
What's a
I
glass?
don't know,
Oh, the Pilsner glass?
like a Pilsner glass.
I'm down with the Pilsner glass. It
All
doesn't
right.
matter to me.
He's got dips in the Pilsner glass.
I'll take a mug.
Mug.
Mug. Now is it a 25-ounce mega mug?
Yeah, they are bigger. They are bigger.
Did you see the picture I sent when he sent me the picture of the mega beer?
Uh-uh.
I said 25. I got the meme. 25 ounces is not a mega beer. Changed my mind.
Right? Those are rookie numbers. You need to pump those numbers up.
Yeah, my
40 ounces is a mega beer.
Or 32-ounce?
Well,
we had.
my from the restaurant over there in Crystal River, the Margarita Breeze one, that's a 32 ouncer.
Yeah.
But of course, it's plastic. I really wish that was
I
plastic.
mean, hell, I have a shot glass that's 20 ounces.
That's not a shot glass. That's called a drinking glass.
No, it's a shot glass. It says 1 drink and I'm drunk. And it's a shot glass and it's measured out. It's got 5 shots in it.
Each shot is a mixed drink.
Yes.
I don't see a problem with that, actually.
Oh, hey, someone.
Gentlemen.
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 All right,
Gentlemen.
so what do we got here tonight?
Where?
Where has my little beer gone?
Thank you.
Oh, I thought that said Lost Boy Brewing. I was about to be, this is going to be a new thing. Oh! Have we had this at Pine Street?
We have not had this one at Pine Street.
What's that tangerine one that we've had at Pine
That was
Street?
tangerine.
How's it look on the camera?
It's not really coming in because it's dark.
It's forward the light.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
Should we move? Well, no. Should we move the light back?
How's that look?
Washed out.
Flared.
That?
It'll work, sort of.
That'll do. Okay.
This is Tangerine, Lost Coast Brewery.
Chris has fun reading the can intros.
All right, guys. So, tangerine wheat beer. Skip the lemon in your beer. Try tangerine wheat for a new taste sensation. You can
that
enjoy
is
summer all year
fragrant.
with our refreshing golden wheat beer
Oh.
infused with the essence of tangerine. Enjoy with family and friends. You'll love this crisp citrus ale with whatever occasion.
Oh, God. Okay, so guys,
Smell right
instantly,
off the
yeah.
back.
As
Wow.
soon as we opened this, it smelled like you literally just went and grabbed a tangerine and opened it.
Even in this,
Even
one, look
the
at
color.
color.
It looks, guys, it
looks like
seriously
orange
looks like
juice.
orange juice with a head. Oh, hold on.
This is
This
is
Oh.
like the best interpretation of Sunny D or orange juice or tangerine juice I've ever seen.
like
Stellar,
that
man.
in a mug with that head. Yes.
Cheers.
Cool.
Oh man,
I'm
Cheers.
excited, guys.
I'm going
Oh,
in,
I'm
man.
super excited with that, man.
I think this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, I just love the smell. I just hope it tastes as good.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, it tastes just as
Oh,
good as it
God.
smells.
Wow.
I love it when
It's
beer.
a solid wheat ale,
Yeah.
What is up, Win?
just with this nice,
Oh man,
just nice tangerine taste to it.
this is
it's like
that's,
juice.
That's good.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like it.
It's like beer with juice in it.
It's like beer juice.
What percent is it?
5.5.
That's
No,
not bad.
that's not bad at all. Dude, that's delicious. Oh
Yeah,
my
just
God.
flat out says it's a tangerine wheat beer, wheat ale flavored with tangerine.
And this is a good beer for out in the heat, sweating, refreshing beer.
This is great with pork.
Wait a minute, back it up. This is a good beer.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a good beer.
But I mean, as far as it's a nice, crisp, refreshing
Oh,
beer.
yeah.
Oh yeah, this is solid.
I drink this
This is solid.
anytime of
Having
year.
a cookout with your buddies.
Yeah, this is summertime beer
also,
right here.
Also,
Oh,
a pork
hold
chop
on.
or like
If you go down in the description, we have the PayPal link, right?
I believe so. For what?
For our shirts.
No, that's closed. It's give it a little bit. We'll let them know because we're gonna get our shirts. Then you'll just PayPal us.
I know when. I'll take care of it. I've got his number and everything.
Oh,
When we get our
Because
shirts, I will
orders up,
contact you and I'll let you know when I can get you a
It
shirt.
should be next week because
Yeah.
they were backed up because of with the hurricane and that. It shut down the Jacksonville distributor of the actual shirts.
Right.
Yeah.
And that, so it put them behind a couple days, so they're catching up. But it should be next week that we have everything done. So I was talking to Lindsay on Saturday about that.
Lindsay, by the way, is from Dirty Ape Inc. and they
That's
are
Doodlebug.
Doodlebug.
Doodlebug, but
Doodlebug?
that is now a full member of Dirty Ape Inc.
Yeah, the Doodlebug and Dirty Ape, fantastic people all the way around.
So
Yes, and so sorry about that. Give us a week. We'll hit you back up,
said I'll
and we
text
will
you.
give you hopefully your medium, large, or extra large because those are the shirts that we got right now.
So yeah,
So,
Lost
yes.
Coast Brewery out of Eureka, California.
You guys rock.
Guys, good job. This is fantastic.
I'm already halfway done with this. I love
So
this
am I.
beer. Holy
Me
crap!
too. It's good.
So yes, but
I feel like that's one that finds its way into my fridge again.
Oh yeah,
That one's definitely going to find its way into my
That
fridge.
one is
hell,
coming back.
it's one of those even.
Found it at ABC.
Even when it gets a little bit colder out, by a fire, this is gonna be great.
This with pulled pork sandwich,
Yes.
bacon cheeseburger,
A
something
nice coleslaw.
that's gonna go good.
Pulled pork sandwich with my homemade coleslaw on it.
Hold on. Hey,
Are we doing this? Is that what
no,
you're saying?
No, you get your 6-pack. You have your 4 beers. You take the rest of the 2 beers, or at least one of the beers. You put it in with your pulled pork, marinated in this.
Oof. Oof. Oof.
Or even doing a beer can chicken with this.
Oh yeah.
Tangerine barbecue beer pulled pork.
Or even making a sauce out of this.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
culinary fucking genius
This and
over
the
here.
orange chicken sauce.
Oh,
Get this going at a
yes.
solid reduction to get. This is the base of any kind of water or other liquid you're putting in that.
So, guys, we are no longer a car show. We are a cooking show.
We're coming out the closet, guys.
Culinary specialists over here.
Oh, God. Someone's going to call us a foodie, and then I'm just going to have to shoot myself.
Right.
There's going to be a Yelp review about us. Instructions too hard, dick stuck in Boston butt.
If we get a Yelp review, I just hope it's epic.
I'm pretty sure too, like on our Facebook page, I think people can actually leave reviews about
They
us
can.
if they want
They
to.
can.
Now I have a mission.
Yeah.
Now I have my friends to leave us just ridiculous reviews.
Yeah, but they gotta be good so we don't get kicked off because we get another.
Yeah, no, they'll be great reviews.
This is the reason why I am not on the fixed ball, because I would absolutely get put in fixed balls jail.
Right.
I would get kicked off.
All right. So, what's everybody saying in the chat? Hello, everybody.
Looks like it's just Win right now.
Sorry, we got off on a weird start, but
Win's a car guy. Win had a really sweet '79 Cutlass Calais that he bought. He had it since like high school.
circle track racing.
No, it was just he was always had this car. Was always working on it. Always fixing it up. It was a sweet car.
Ah!
Overdid it.
Hi, Chris.
Hello.
Now back 20%.
Yeah.
Oh,
I felt
didn't-
the friction here.
That's
I
all right.
thought it
I
was
didn't
gonna
bring my
work.
cutter out.
I don't have car keys on me, so you're good. Shove a car key in there.
Yeah.
So, anyway, how is everybody doing tonight? in this wonderful shit show of a show.
It's a laser cut.
No,
This
but
is
the-
extra shit show tonight because none of us are really prepared for
No,
it.
at
we
least
are
I'm trying
not.
to get a cigar going as a shit show.
Here we go.
Or actually, would be a dumpster fire.
That right there
Yeah,
was a
that'll-
Chinese tire fire.
That'll do.
Hey, don't do what I did. Don't burn yourself. I'm Brian
Yeah.
Jr. over here.
That's how
Quinn
quaint-
says he had to sell the Cuddy before he left for back up north when he moved.
Oh,
he moved
Jesus
up
Christ.
to
Here it
Ohio.
comes.
Great.
Hey, a cigar is only really good if you get to, blow the smoke in somebody else's face who's very annoyed by it, right?
I don't try to.
Do you want to switch?
You can.
You're on wheels.
I'll sit on the. No, how about I sit on the end?
Good idea.
Yeah.
But you're going to be near your fan. It's going to blow to Brian.
But it's blowing all
It's
that.
blowing up,
So
though.
it'll be fine. Jesus.
You
I'm not trying to
picked
kill
a
Brian.
fine
Sorry.
time to
Welcome to
leave
Pints
me
and Pistons,
alone.
everyone.
I like having
Call
a-
of the most organized thing on the YouTube.
I like having a beer and a cigar.
There we go. All right. So now that I'm in charge of the computer,
Heaven help us.
titties and beers. titties and beers.
Oh, God, this is going to go poorly.
So, do we even have topics?
Well, you wanted to talk about
Builds.
build style or
That was me.
That was him.
That was my idea.
Well, I
Pros
do
and
got
cons,
I
Bill
do
style?
got one car news in. New Defender.
I saw pictures of that.
What?
Yeah, the new Land Rover Defender.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Richard Hammond did a full test drive on it.
I need my phone.
Yeah. It looks pretty fucking cool.
I haven't
2020
seen this.
Land Rover Defender. Richard Hammond took it off-roading and it did pretty fucking good. It reminds me of a modernized
Yeah, but
Defender.
it's a Land Rover, which means unless you have the unlimited Carfax warranty, you're screwed.
Ooh, yeah, I know.
No.
Yo.
Here's the problem.
Oh man, that thing.
I'm going to
sweet.
tell you what it also looks like, and after I tell you what it
Oh,
looks
damn
like,
it. You
you're
don't even need to
never
tell me.
going
no.
to unsee it.
Go for it. Do it.
The Honda, what was
It's
the
an element.
The element.
The Element,
It's an
the Honda
Element.
Element. It
Oh
looks
my
like a
God.
Honda Element.
Damn
it looks
it.
exactly like a blown up Honda Element.
Oh my god.
Look at it. It's a Honda Element.
Ah.
You'll never unsee it now.
I thought it
Thanks,
looked
No
good.
matter how.
I actually liked that car.
You're welcome.
I actually liked it.
I did a pad slap on a Land Rover last week on Brembo calipers. He did not want me to turn his rotors, just to replace his brake pads.
Well, that thing's an old Discovery
It's an HSE.
HSE, the supercharged model, and it's on airbags that are blown.
It is a
and
bad mofo, though. He let me drive it. After I
I'm
did
sure
the
it's
brake.
fast.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
things were quick as hell
When it works.
Huh?
When it works.
when it works. I had
Right.
one of those. Didn't you have one of those? Did yours ever
Work?
work?
No.
I've been his personal mechanic on it. I've been fixing everything. Broken coolant tee that was a specialty part from Land Rover. I fixed that. Somebody in the shop did fix his AC compressor, which we found on Amazon because the factory wanted $1,300 for a remanufactured air compressor. And then I fixed another coolant leak that was on the coolant lines for the supercharger. It's got a twin water cooled intake manifold that's got the intercoolers in it.
The heat exchange of the bricks.
Yeah. And it was leaking all over there. And then I did the brakes on it last week.
So why would he not want the rotors surfaced? Too thin?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's got 200,000
Got it.
miles.
He's talking to you.
See you later, Win.
Well, gentlemen, that beer is delicious.
It really
Yeah.
is. I'm slowly enjoying it. I'm not chugging it because I'm really liking it.
I'm not wanting to chug it. It's just so good. I want to keep the flavor's amazing. That tangerine is on point. It
All right,
really
Yeah,
is.
this is definitely finding its way back into my fridge.
Oh, yeah.
So what I was going for with, what I was proposing as the topic was, there's always different levels of builds.
Yes.
All the way from the guy who just buys the car, leaves it stock, and takes it to shows, all the way up to the guy that strips the entire car out and makes it a track-only car that's no longer street legal. And I
And
wanted to
then
go through, the different levels, and we
And
can
there's
talk
the
about.
middle
Oh,
where you take a Miata, completely strip it down, and just make it a straight up
No, but
exoskeleton with
that
35
actually-
inch Swampers with an LS3.
Now that like you said it in person, and I think about that can break down into so many different variants.
Exactly.
You can
This
be
is a
like,
whole episode's
Things
worth
you
of
owe me a
content.
beer.
you could be like Ed. The guy whose sole mission is to have a living art exhibit of a brand new Monte Carlo SS that still does everything a daily driver.
And you know
Right.
what? And I know we've said this so many times. I want to be that guy. Well, not that guy, because he enjoys the car,
Listen.
but still, just the way he takes care of that car.
Yeah, but hearing about that guy, I don't ever want you guys to give me shit because I pull my wheels off the
But you're a one-legged
And
guy.
I
pulling
never
off
gave you
wheels.
shit about
Oh,
it.
I have.
I always,
have.
it was
I have,
always more of a
constantly.
respect thing. It was like,
Oh, mine's respect.
well,
It's
I can
just,
never have my car that clean ever.
I'm
Like,
glad,
my car can only ever be that clean for about 5 minutes.
I'm glad he doesn't.
When my car's like that, it's literally just because it's coming up to our show. I think I'm kind of over all the car show thing.
Uh-huh.
So it's pretty much for our own show. It's like, if I'm going to have anything to do with the show, if I'm going to have my car there, it might as well be clean and right. So I'll prep mine out for our show, and then I just won't drive it till the day of the show. And after the show, game on, daily driver.
See, I could
Well-
also talk. Sorry, go ahead, Dan. You've been talking.
You
You've been
okay?
trying to. Yeah,
All right.
no. I
Good.
was going to say something. It might be a side tangent later on. So
Well, what I was gonna say is, it's a good thing that he doesn't really he's not a YouTube savvy person, so he doesn't watch the show, because I can say, and maybe get you guys to come, the weekend of the 25th, the Saturday. I think it is the 25th actually. Yeah, no, 28th. Sorry, the 28th. That Saturday. Our coworker is going to be away on a trip, and we're going to be both working that Saturday, splitting the day, and he's bringing the Monte Carlo.
I should bring up the 86 and park next to it, and see how horrible of a car I have.
Yeah, he said he's going to bring it up on that day. So, and that car, I want to see it so bad.
Oh, at that
I want
point,
to see it too. Curiosity is just killing me.
at that point, I really want to just do a photo shoot of the two cars together, because that is the 80s rival.
It's almost back together. The engine, everything's back in. The engine bay's been repainted. Everything else has been repainted. The entire chassis has been repainted. All the new stickers have been put on. All the new bolts have been put in. All the new color matched bolts have been put in. All the correct era GM stickers have been put on.
I just thought of something. If we really do, if he brings that up, let me know. I would bring the 86 out that day, get pictures in the parking lot. I would love to do rolling shots to where, you're in front of me, Dan's hanging out the back with the
I
hatch
can
up,
do it. I can
and just
do
a
it.
picture of the Monty and the 86 together, just
I've
at
been
like a
wanting-
red
I've been
light.
wanting
Like
to
that
do
is like the
gnarly rolling shots.
well,
I
but
really
no,
been
but
wanting
that
to.
is that's the 80s right there.
That is.
Oh yeah, okay.
So, yeah, and bringing that car
So,
up, that
anyway,
brings
yeah.
up one of those facets that I'm talking
Oh, yeah.
about. This guy we're talking about, this car has, what, 280, 300,000
Yeah,
miles?
it's like 280 something thousand on it.
280,000 miles on this car. And you get in it, and it looks like the car looked like when it sat on
Brand-
the dealership floor, brand new with 0 miles on it. I mean, you look under this car, it's squeaky clean underneath. But it's completely stock.
Yep.
It has
100%.
the factory engine
The-
still in it. There
the
isn't
only
a
thing-
single thing that's out of place on this car.
The only thing it's not stock is it's not an original color.
Right. It's not a factory color because he's had it repainted. But
What
everything
color
else.
is it?
It's a burgundy color. That's not the color. It's like the color the Oldsmobiles came, not the Monte Carlo.
Right.
I kept it in the GM family.
Yeah. That's like, putting like the 96 Impala SS, to it,
Yeah, but
you're not hurting it because it's an actual GM color, but it's not,
But the rest of his car is.
yeah, I mean it's a Concours level build.
Yeah.
But it's stock built. It's not modified in any massive way. It's as the car existed when you bought it brand new.
Yeah.
And that's one of those facets. That's one type of build you can do. You do a complete frame off restoration of a car, but you leave it totally stock.
Oh, and see, he's told me things too, and it's funny because a lot of the stuff in the car doesn't work. It's like some of the stuff's not even plugged in. It's just there to be there. If it needs to work in some sort of fashion, it'll make sure it works. Like the radio doesn't work in the car, but And some shows, when they judge you, it has to light up.
Yeah.
So he has a toggle switch hidden underneath, up tucked behind the dash to turn the light on the radio if he needs to. And things like that. It's crazy. But yeah, no, he's on. And it's, every year he pulls the heads off the motor, redoes that. He doesn't redo the heads unless the car smokes. He just pulls the heads off the motor, regaskets the whole motor, repaints everything, and then takes the whole chassis out and repaints the entire everything every year.
How many miles a year is he put on this thing?
I think he puts about probably 10 to 20,000 miles on it a year. He doesn't drive it that much. He's had it for a long time.
But he drives it to shows, long distance to shows.
Yes.
Seen as the last 5 years that I've had the 86, I've only put
Mid-80s
5,000
GM car
miles.
rebuilding every 20,000 miles?
Makes sense. Yeah. well, if you think about it in that sense, you know, I've had the 86 5 or 6 years, something like that. And
it's been broken in one form or another for at least 3.5 years.
exactly.
But see, and the thing is,
it's one of those, that was my daily driver. But at the time, I only worked a mile from the house. So in that amount of years, it went from 91,000 miles shown on the 5-digit odometer to I'm at like 98. That's it. In that much time, I've driven it like crazy, but around town in LA. The only long distance I've ever gone in it was that first time down to Fantasy of Flight. Which I got 27 fucking miles to the gallon in, which I'm like, oh,
273s for the win there.
And that was also on 10-year-old tires too at that time.
Yeah,
but
Was that some butt puckering moments there?
I didn't realize they were 10-year-old tires at the time.
The one thing I love about his build, though, in particular, is that he bought the car for like $100, and it was in a junkyard set with a salvage tire.
Well,
And
you know
he
what?
made it how it is.
With the things that you've said, I, again, haven't seen it in person, but just with the things you said and the level he has taken care of it, and now knowing that he bought it for that much in the junkyard for that, props to him.
Yeah,
right?
he's rebuilt the whole car.
That is straight on. Props to him. That is fucking amazing. That really is.
Bringing out of a junkyard, sort of small side tangent. In and amongst your part picking and stuff like that, and going to
I already know what you're gonna say. Let's do this.
What's the coolest, oddest, most interesting kind of vehicle you've seen in a junkyard?
Oh, I got it.
I got one right off the top of my head.
or I should say, I would like to see one that you think that could probably have been just put back on the road, but even not. Just like what's kind of the going to the junkyards? What's kind of the most more interesting thing
Dan,
you've seen?
you have one right on top of your head.
Yeah, I saw a late '80s Sterling
Really?
in perfect condition with 80,000 miles on it, sitting up on. It was at the LKQ in Tampa, and if you ever been to one of those, they stack them on like 17-inch steel wheels, like 3 of them. Like Mike can stand under the car.
Yeah.
Not really stand, but
Well,
like just shorten the
two of
strip.
those wheels you can stand under.
Yeah, but this car was immaculate because nobody owns a fucking Sterling. Nobody's taking anything off it. But I
there's 3 of
couldn't
them
see
in
what was
Citrus
wrong
County.
with it. It was like one of the square ones, and it had the blue bumpy vinyl interior, and had the car phone in it, but it was untouched. It only had 84, I think, thousand.
Probably
Weren't those just Hondas?
one
I think
thing.
they're like British Hondas.
One thing on that car broke. It was impossible to repair, and they're basically worthless.
I mean, I've seen tons of stuff. Like I got that window sticker out of a MX-3 I found in a junkyard. That only had 70,000 miles on it. I took a lot of stuff off that car.
Mine was. Fuck, this was a long time ago. And it was at a U-Pull down in Tampa, some like raggedy ass fucking place. I don't remember where it was. This was still when I lived in Spring Hill, so it was like 12, 13. And it was right when I got into Fox bodies and started to, like, my friend got an 83 and that started my Fox body kit and little internet access I had, plus all books that I could find. I was reading up on anything and everything that I could. Go to a junkyard trying to find parts for the car because we needed something for the rear end, I think. Next, sitting side by side, floors rusted out. There was no, they were Fox body rust gone, though.
Yeah.
Like, not typical Fox body rust. It was Fox body rust times 1,000. It was 86. Well, no, not 86. I forgot what year. It was a Crimson Cat and the White Cat. Oh, yeah, the Black Magic and The white and black fucking Mercury Capris that were special editions. There was a black and gold one and a white and red one. Side by side on each other. The only time I've seen one of those white ones, I've never seen one ever since. I've seen the Black Magics many times, the Crimson Cats. I've seen those many times, like at Silver Springs and that. But that fucking white one, never fucking seen one ever.
Who that
And
is?
that
Will.
thing, the body was in good shape. The whole the floor was fucking.
Well, that means
fall.
that means the body was not.
Yeah.
I saw
But,
my
well,
first,
from like the outside, it looked good. But seeing that and thinking back on it, they all had the fucking Marshalls with the fucking covers, and I wish I would have fucking grabbed them.
Right.
But, you know, 12
Marshall 750s. Two
with
of
covers,
which, without the covers, I have sitting on my bench right now.
worth about $250 sitting on your bench apart like that.
Well, when I get done with them, the reflectors will still be garbage, but the outsides will look a lot better.
I can still sell them for $300 at that point.
Well, I have something y'all are going to pick on me about, but I want to get back into this. But I did not know that they had a Thunderbird Turbo Coupe until I saw one.
Jesus Christ, really?
Yep. Until I
They
saw.
did those in 4Eyes and Aero Cars, and they also had
Sorry.
Silver XR7s.
And I will say, being a 4-eyed person, I prefer the 87 more than I prefer the 86 because
Yeah,
that front end on that 87,
Is
oh, it's
amazing.
fucking
saw-
amazing.
well,
and
I
I
saw
hate
one-
aero cars. I hate aero cars.
I saw
But
one in the
that front end
junkyard,
is
and it was
amazing.
a local one in Floral City. And it
Oh
had-
yeah.
Those
The
things
silver
have
one.
electronic,
Yeah, the silver one.
controlled
Yeah.
shocks and all kinds of shit in it.
Yeah, it was really cool. I didn't know they made them, and I thought that was really neat. And I didn't know they made the supercharged ones until then too. Anyway, more people go with yours.
Oh, hold on.
Can I see beer number 1, please?
Oh, hey, bear. It is tangerine.
Lost Coast
Got you,
Tangerine
Will.
Wheat Ale.
It
And
is
it's
fucking amazing.
By the way,
Hey, Will, I'll send you a
I am
picture.
taking at least one of these back home.
Will, I'll
Alright.
send you a picture.
I'll let you guys fight with the rest of them.
But yeah, no, the Turbo Coupe,
Freaking amazing.
like that was absolutely amazing. It was a 2.0. It was basically the SVO.
Yeah, it was
motor.
SBO. Beer number 2.
But well, hold on, sit back
Sit
down.
your ass down.
Sit back down. We're good. We're still drinking.
Really?
So it was basically a SVO in a Thunderbird body. It was a little bit heavier, but you had full
Take it
full
back
disc
20%.
brakes all the way around. Their wheels are some of the coolest 80s wheels ever because they're basically snowflakes with little tiny like sticks off of them.
And some of them, the centers were actually done in gold.
Yes, and they were fucking amazing.
Snow.
But you could get
No,
okay,
it's
so you know like the snowflakes of like the 77 Trans Am?
Okay.
Okay, but imagine like little
The Super
Like
Chicken. No,
side-
the Turbo Chicken.
little side like sticks.
Super
sticking
Chicken
off
was
of
the
them.
next version, the MN12 with the independent suspension.
So, but they were fucking amazing. And then you could get them in automatics or 5-speeds, and they were world class T5s.
World Class T5s and the automatic transmission was an A4LD.
Yes.
They made 5 less horsepower, and it was down to they actually put a smaller turbo in there to get the throttle response that it does.
Yeah.
But they were beautiful cars. Comfortable, but they performed like hell. Like good hell. Like they were
Okay,
fucking
which one of
amazing.
these is yours?
And then, but also, some people don't realize this. The 93 Cobra, not the Cobra R, the regular 93 Cobra, the wheels on the 93 Cobra, they were the 17 by 7.5 directional turbine wheels, fan blade wheels. So you had the left side and the right side. You couldn't swap them around. You had just the one side. Well, the thing is those wheels you couldn't put onto a LX or a GT Fox body. The reason why is that, you could do the fronts, you couldn't do the rear. The back spacing on them. The reason why the rear end, the 93 Cobras, they were still 4-lug. The Cobra R's were 5-lug, but the regular Cobras, they were 4-lug. Disc brakes on the back. It was the turbo coupe, the 87-88 turbo coupe axles, which with the brakes, it actually pushed it out 1 3/4 inches wider than a normal Fox body
Yeah, it
rear
was kind of
axle.
like running an SM95 axle.
So you put them onto a regular LX or GT, your wheels sunk in 1.5 inches, made it look like it was mini tubbed, and they didn't line up at all. People didn't realize that until they spent a lot of money on those wheels and then put them onto the car, and they're like, oh, well. So, sorry, side tangent, that was that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
Okay.
sorry.
trying to
That's
think that-
Dan. Those are the wheels.
Those
Those are amazing
Oh, those are
80s
cool.
wheels. I love those
Oh,
wheels.
yeah.
87, 88 turbo wheels.
Fucking amazing.
Trying to
I
think
want-
of anything interesting I've seen in a junkyard, and I mean I've seen a weird Volvo one time, one of the old like
850Rs.
70s Volvos,
Oh, what was that?
Funny
The
you
120.
mentioned that.
like one of the ones that was all
190.
roundy.
No.
Funny you mentioned
Oh!
that because the car that I once saw in a junkyard off of Cardinal Lane, no less.
Oh, and
was
that
a-
one?
was a P1800S coupe.
What?
Basically, it was white. It was the Saints car, the original Saint.
A Volvo P1800 there in
That,
here?
that
Yeah,
was
but
off.
that was
that's
back-
Dale's,
What
right?
the
Yeah,
fuck?
but I was back.
Dale's
Yeah,
junkyard?
that was in high school.
That's
I was
nuts.
in high school when I had it. So that was
That's
like 90 or
nuts.
91 when I saw that thing. And this thing was sort of sitting on top of the pile. And I walked around and looked, and it literally looked like pick it up, put it on the ground, and
Add gas, maybe put a
work
battery
again,
in it,
and
yeah.
make it work again.
I've seen so many crazy fucking cars.
Yeah.
in the junkyard.
Yeah,
I've
that was
seen-
my interesting junkyard find.
What's yours? Well, does
That weird old Volvo. I mean, I've seen like I saw a Dodge Dakota convertible one
Oh
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
see
saw
those all the time.
I saw a really old round body style Plymouth Fury once in a junkyard, and I've seen Celica Supras. I've seen Supras. We came across what was that one? Toyota Starlet, the JDM one. We came across one of those in a junkyard
Was
once.
that-
Yeah. Yep. This was at what's the one out in Floral City?
Oh yeah.
Taurus,
Yep.
I
The one
found
with
crazy
the
shit there
space
too.
capsule.
No,
No.
not that one.
No,
The other one.
no. This one's all the way in Floral City,
Oh, the one where you have to turn off to the right and kind of go
and then
down
go,
towards
Yes.
the-
and then you go off like this dirt road.
Funny, when I had my 87 Thunderbird LX and had the fake wood green trim and
Yeah.
shit inside, I actually went there and there was a wrecked turbo coupe, so I was actually able to get all the brushed aluminum interior trim
Nice.
and everything from that car to go into mine.
Turbo coupe. Speaking of that, the whorehouse red interior that I had. You think that's whorehouse red?
Oh God!
The turbo coupes even fucking brighter.
Like I said,
Holy
I had an
hell.
87 Thunderbird LX with the whorehouse red velour interior. Oh my God!
Even redder
Velour.
than mine. Like
No,
mine's
it's-
faded. Holy shit! This thing
Oh,
looks like
This was a sea of, oh my God, I have just stepped into I'm absolutely in a fucking wrong.
Like
Yeah.
Zap Brannigan's
Yes.
wet dream.
Another
Yes.
awesome one at Taurus was they had a Mazda GLC out there.
Really?
Really?
Yes, it was a yellow one with 3 offset stripes, red, orange, and then a paler yellow going up the car, and it had luggage racks on the roof, and the whole thing was rusted all the way up, and it was a manual, and it had like one of the seats was still kind of existent. I mean, it was rusted to hell. But I was looking at it, and I kept looking at the front and the back and the front, and there was no emblems on it whatsoever. And I'm like, this looks like a GLC. That would be so cool if I saw a GLC. And we broke the glove box open and found the owner's manual, and it was a GLC. And it was just this, it was yellow and rust, but you could see the stripes going down it and everything.
Oh, so Will says the coolest thing, junkyard find for him was the that orange 3-wheeled thing that was on Wheeler Dealers. What the hell-
Bug?
What the hell was that?
Not a Robin. I think it's a Bond
A
Bond.
Bond Bug.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
Bond Bug.
Yeah. They did a Bond Bug.
Yeah,
on
speaking
Wheeler
of
Dealers.
like junkyard,
Yeah, Bond Bug.
Bond Bug.
yeah, speaking of junkyard finds for me personally, when I had my Datsun Z, the rear bumper on it, where it bolted to the mounts on the car, the bumper itself was rusted and was just sort of flopping around, and I just kicked the thing off one day. So I called around hunting for a bumper, and at that time, the only real source, there was no internet back then. There was an internet, but it wasn't like everybody had
Yeah.
internet.
Right.
And really, the only source for parts like that for either, we're really looking in car magazines or classifieds and trying to find, NOS parts.
At the grocery store.
Or
Yeah.
you were basically, if you had a Z or a British car, it was Victoria British Limited catalog. Even the reproduction piece was like $400 in 1992 money.
Right.
Okay, so I called around all the various junkyards, and LKQ, then Damron.
Damrons, yeah.
I called up there, and they said, "Well, we're showing that we have a 76. Mine was 75. We're showing that we have a 76, but what's on it isn't in the computer. We don't even know how much of it's there. We have a car, but we don't know what's on it. You can come by and look." So I grabbed some tools, went over there, walked with the guy at the counter, told him I was the one who called about the Z-car bumper. So he says, oh yeah, it's way up in the back corner. So we hopped in the golf cart and drove out there, and there was a 76 2+2 that had been freaking picked clean, except for the crash damage parts in the front. The only thing of value left on the car was a near perfect rear bumper.
Nice.
Removed it, took it up to the counter, $50, installed it into the parking lot.
That's
Total
fucking
win.
awesome.
Total win.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah. No, if you go onto O'Reilly's website,
Yeah, actually,
you can actually
O'Reilly's
look at that.
O'Reilly's website actually has a flux capacitor.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
part number is 121G, and if you look up the 121GMF, that's the Mr. Gravity.
Yeah, no, the
Fusion.
Mr. Fusion.
Mr. Fusion.
Mr. Fusion, sorry.
Yes.
So, what happens if you try to order one?
You don't.
Yeah.
You can order one, but they'll tell you, and they even have it everywhere, this product's just for fun or whatever.
Yeah. So, well, before we get into the main, since we're on junkyard stuff, and I know we want to talk about, the different build styles, but one of the other things, Frankenstein builds. We're on junkyard stuff. Let's talk about junkyard, like, build
All right,
cars.
I got the first thing to throw at this then.
LS Turbo.
If you watched Hyperdrive, you saw a bit of it. at my house.
I've seen parts of it.
Okay, the 1-240 that was in contention to win.
Oh, yes! Axel.
Axel,
He was a French guy, Axel something.
French guy, right?
Dude, that thing was a
So-
crazy awesome build.
240, right? What's the standard swap for a 240? RB26 or LS, right?
Well, no, also
Yeah,
SR20, depending on what
SR20 mode.
model.
Okay, so everybody either
guess-
goes
guess what-
performance
guess what
performance
Will-
JDM engine.
Guess what Will and I saw last weekend in the parking lot at Margaret Breeze Crystal River?
A 180SX.
Oh, the still lady.
A Salady.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it was a red one.
Yeah.
And he had the
Nice.
put the little deflector up and it was the eyes. I saw him. I went
Yeah.
up to I stopped at Racetrack one morning on the way to work to get gas, and he parked next to me, and I didn't even pay any mind to it until he walked back and got on the other side of the car. Then I looked over. I thought it was just a fucking 240, And then I looked over, and then I saw in the back window 180, and I saw the front. I'm like, oh my god, it's a Still 80.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. 'Cause
So
I walked by and looked at it, and I was like, because everybody else was like, what is it, a 240 with a Sylvia nose? And I looked at it and saw the windshield wipers going the other way, and I was like, wait a minute. And I looked, I
That's a
was like,
still lady.
I was like, this is a 180SX with a Sylvia nose. It's a Salady.
So 240, right? SR20, RB26, or LS. That's your usual swaps in that car. This guy pulled a full
1Js and 2Js.
1Js and 2Js, yes, right.
But
But standard
But even
swaps are
still.
JDM engines or
Yeah,
LS.
LS.
Yeah.
This guy pulls a full Kansas City shuffle with this car.
They put a
Everybody
5.8
looks,
in it.
everybody looks right, left. He goes right. BMW M52 inline 6 out of an M3, turbocharged.
Is he stupid?
No, it was genius.
No, it's dope.
Because
Well,
this
yeah,
car,
but I'm just thinking of
when did-
maintenance.
so he built a new Super before Toyota did?
yes.
Oh,
So this car,
Second
right
round
in
that.
the first round,
Although there is a new Super that's running drag weeks.
yeah,
It's
it's
actually-
Real Street. That's the people of Sarasota.
in the first round, he
it's
drowned
Mark
this
IV
engine,
run.
right?
Ridiculous.
Sevens. Yeah.
In the first round, he drowns the engine and walk on water, and sucks a bunch of water into the intake, and it starts giving him problems. So for the rest of the competition, that's the word I was looking for.
You're welcome.
This thing is smoking out the exhaust.
and getting worse
the
and worse.
entire competition.
Dude, like the last
It's getting
round,
worse
it was
and worse
a cloud
and worse.
around
He's
the
sitting
car.
there idling at the start line, and it's just boiling smoke out the back. He finishes the thing at the last episode. He gets all done with his last run. He's pulling it into the pits, and the marshals are going, no, fire, it's on fire. And they show a shot of the hood, and it's boiling flames out from underneath the fucking hood.
No, but the thing is, he gets out and he starts laughing. He's like, I guess I got the turbo hot enough. And then he puts it out.
They just hit it with a fire extinguisher and keep going.
Yeah, the Real Streets Mark IV Super at drag week yesterday went 720.
Nice.
That's 2J powered, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the regular Mark IV, and then they also have that brand new 2020
Yeah.
that's running low 12.
So
Well, I think Adam LZ just snapped that on everyone.
No one cares
No, I'm just saying though. I think he did though because he's making almost 600 wheel horsepower in his Supra.
So yeah, that was a cool Frankenbuild though. You know, BMW swapping a 240.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I liked about
that's
that.
That's thinking it differently right there.
Yeah, that was. You know what that was? He happened to have a turbo-powered M52 laying around
with a clean
And a
240.
and then he got a 240 that didn't have an engine and went.
That'll do.
Well, no,
Well, that works.
What I was thinking was like, I think he probably has a BMW drift car and he probably crashed it and wanted to take the swap and put it into something else. And then, you know, if I was him and I saw that 240, I'd be like, nobody would do that. Why don't I do that?
Exactly.
Like,
No one's going to show up to this Netflix competition with a BMW powered Nissan.
right? Rotary powered
So-
Camaro.
So I'm going to show up with a BMW powered Nissan.
I got something even better, and this is local. Brian knows this because we see it at Friday Night Thunder constantly.
I know the one you're going to talk about.
That wonderful old 30s Ford Hot Rod. The 30, the 29.
Which one?
The one that instead of putting, either a
Small block Ford or Chevy.
it doesn't have a flathead in it. Doesn't have, a 289 302. Doesn't have a 350. Doesn't have an LS. Doesn't have a 312 Y block into it. He has a 2.3 Lima with a turbo onto it.
That's pretty fucking dope.
Carbureted.
And the thing is,
Carbureted turbo.
That's
And
awesome.
that little fucker
It's
goes.
it's not a blow through with turbo blowing through a hat blowing through the carburetor. The carburetor is mounted draw through.
Oh,
Yes.
that is cool as
It's
shit.
total backyard engineering, but actually, when you look at it, it's really well thought out. It's really well
And
executed.
then that little thing,
doesn't
it,
break.
it really sounds decent.
It
And
just-
I've seen him get onto it a bit. That little fucker moves.
That's pretty
well,
cool.
when you have an 1,800-pound
Is
car
it-
with
well, yeah.
200 horsepower, it's going to scoot.
Yeah. So it's one of those. I love flatheads. Absolutely love flatheads. I also love seeing those old hot rods with 312 Y blocks in it. That's one of my
there is
favorite
one,
things to see.
What's that? A 30 A5 window that is rocking around
Yes.
with a Y block.
Oh, that
Thunderbird
thing,
special.
and it is beautiful. That thing, the louvers in the hood.
Well, it's funny because
oh.
every time I see these hot rods, it's a typical 350 Chevy. So you get the distributor in the back, and then you see the two center ports are hooked together on the exhaust. So when we were walking by it the first time he saw it, I was like, "Hey, what engine is that?" And everybody turned around and went, "Oh, it's a small block Chevy."
And I'm like, no,
Wrong answer.
312 Y block. He's like, that's why you're my son. I'm like, trust me, I love Y blocks. There's just something about those. They just fucking look cool and they sound cool. They may not be fast or anything like that, but they just fucking the way they sound. But that 2.3 Lima. So it wasn't even like it was an SBO motor. It was just a 2.3 out of a Ranger, Fox body Mustang, just something like that.
It was just a
That
Lima.
he was like, I see this baby turbo.
Done.
It works. No intercooler, nothing. Just no blow off valve. Just
Yeah, literally, it's
works.
carburetor, turbo, intake manifold.
I feel like the
That's
sounds that thing should make should be.
it sounds.
I'm
wicked.
sure
it
it
really
has-
does. It sounds wicked,
The only time, and the thing is,
and
it's
it's
like
automatic too.
it's
So
such a-
it's
it's such a
constant.
small-
It's got a good boost.
and it's just such a small, basic turbocharger. I mean, at most, probably looking at 80, 12 pounds of boost.
If that, maybe 10.
If the thing is set to kill, it may make 10 or 12 pounds of boost. So even the compressor surge to make it go doop, 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 without a blow-off valve just ain't happening. It's just
Yeah,
It works.
and it's awesome. And just seeing that thing, it's the car is not in the best shape. I mean, it's not one of
But
these.
it's a driver.
It's not one of these.
It's
know,
a solid-
show car. 30s Fords hot rods.
No,
it's
a driver.
but it's not a rat rod too.
No, it's
built together.
built drive.
The dude
It's a
enjoys the
driver.
fuck out of it,
It's a driver build.
and
Yeah.
he drives it constant. I've seen him out in the rain in it. I've seen it. He fucking drives it, and that's the type of shit. It's like he's keeping that 80-something-year-old car now on the road, and he's having fun. It doesn't have the typical swaps into it.
Yeah.
And it makes people second class going, oh, what the hell is that? And I walk by going,
Lima with a
that's a
turbo.
2.3 Lima.
And his
With
buddy's,
a turbo.
got some other kind of fenderless Ford-based kind of hot rod. And when you look at the rear back of the car, you just kind of cock your head a little bit and like, holy shit, he used a Volkswagen Beetle front lid as the rear of his car.
Yep.
And
Nice.
it's perfect.
And it fits perfect.
It's
and it looks
perfect.
amazing. So it's just, and this is all local shit too. So, I mean,
Speaking of local, about 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, out at Cruisers, I saw an E-Type Jaguar with a small block Ford swap.
Really?
Yes.
see, that
and-
hurts.
well,
that hurts. That I mean,
Ford-
I like it, but
Ford-owned Jaguar.
I know, but
And this car was admittedly in really rough shape.
okay,
It
that makes
wasn't-
me feel better. That makes me feel better.
It wasn't like that silver blue one from Turbo that we've
God,
seen.
that
we
thing's
saw.
amazing.
It wasn't
Yeah.
anywhere near that
Okay.
condition. This was also a hard top.
Okay.
But it was beat up, well used, well driven, wrung out car.
E-Type.
But it had a small block Ford swapped into it, and I looked at it and I was like, "This has got to cause some butt hurt for some people." And he was like, "Oh yeah," and I'm like,
Yeah,
"Good for
I
you."
like
man."
it. Before we go into Brian, Sam, you want to grab another beer?
Beer? Beer?
Yeah, we're finally
Beer?
ready.
Well, it just reminds me of that one Ferrari 250 GT I've seen on Bring a Trailer multiple times with the LS in it.
Oh, that was that.
See, that makes me angry.
No. This was. It's not a 250. It's a.
I thought it was a 250, wasn't it? I thought it was a 250 GT.
No, it's a It's a 330 GT.
Oh,
330
330.
GTC. What happened was somebody had taken that body off of, and because it had the same chassis as the
Yeah.
250, so somebody had taken the 330 GTC body off of that chassis and converted it to a 250 GTO.
Okay.
So the Colombo engine and all that stuff in the original chassis went on to become a 250 GTO. But this guy found basically this Ferrari 330 GTC shell and found a suitable chassis and then basically built it around
well,
LS.
that's-
So basically what he did is he took a Ferrari body that was not being used for anything, that had been separated from its original chassis, and essentially turned it into another road-going car.
Okay, well that's
But
the
it's got all the correct Ferrari parts on the outside of it. It's got brawny wires, and if it was just sitting there, you swear to Christ, it was a concourse level 330 GTC. But it's
yeah.
a bastardized frame, and
Well, it's like even another local one that we've seen a couple times. That first gen Mini Cooper that has the I just saw a
B-Series
B16
swap.
swap. Yeah, it's got a B16 swap into it, and not
What's
first gen Mini Cooper, and it's got B single cam B16 swap.
I've seen a
into it.
lot of those.
Non VTEC, but still, it's one of those that's 115, 120
Did you ever
horsepower in a car that normally had 30 horsepower. Holy fuck, that thing's
You ever seen the mid-engine B18 Ford Ranger?
Yep,
All right.
I've seen
So
I've
the,
had this one before.
the
so.
purist in me goes, LS and a Ferrari, how dare you?
but
And then
once the story has been clarified, you
It's
find
not-
out it was
It's not even the story. You could have told me that he took a concourse level car, ripped the Ferrari engine out, and put an LS in, and I went, okay, the purist in me is pissed at you for doing that. But the practical person in
the
me,
troll. in
not
me.
even the troll, the practical person in me that goes, it's a car, and cars are meant to be driven, and doing that makes it more drivable because it's not,
Gonna break.
okay, I'm going to go out Saturday and drive it for 40 miles and then spend Sunday through Friday in the garage tinkering to make it
Yeah.
work again.
Actually, though, you get a Colombo series, and once you have it sorted, pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I would like to read this
go
one.
for it.
I've had this before we've done this show.
Yeah.
So like over a year ago, I do not remember how the hell it tastes. All I remember was I've had this before. I don't remember it. So it's
Oh, it's
basically
good.
like me trying it again for the very first time.
I brought this one, and the reason I brought this is because it's from BrewLink. We have a history with
Yeah,
BrewLink.
and-
One of the worst beers we've ever had on this show was from
Well,
BrewLink.
I don't remember what it tastes like, but I remember me actually liking this. So this is Crazy Days Cream Ale.
Cheers.
Sometimes we have
Oh,
crazy days.
sorry. I thought you
Sometimes
read
we
that
have
already.
easy days. This beer is for all those days that
Right.
prepared you to survive. A blend of lager and ale styles make this brew exceptionally, sorry, wrong word.
Use your words.
Drinkable and crisp with very little hop profile, making this perfect to drink for all those crazy days. And this is by Brewling Brewery Company out of Plainfield, Indiana.
Bonus points for really cool can.
I
no.
definitely like the colors there.
I remember liking this.
You don't get to play. You drank before.
I did. I started to. I was curious. I didn't even process that sip before I played. Don't give me that look.
What is wrong with
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay, so I remember
Yeah.
this. It's one of those. It's a very smooth cream ale. It almost has a cream soda hint. Not too much. Just it's there.
I like this one.
Yeah.
Very
See, I
smooth.
was expecting it to
The
be
only
like an
problem
annoying
is, though, we did the
cream.
tangerine one first, and that one was so good. It sort of
Yeah.
Pales, it makes this pale.
Yeah.
it sort of ruins everything for a little while.
Why do we
Not-
like all the fruity beers so much?
Well, no,
You know
it's not
what?
that we like
I just
the-
thought of this. This is almost right in line for me with the Key Billy Island Ale.
Right.
See,
the
that's almost right in line with me with the House of Blues Mango Heavy.
Mango Happy. Oh, yeah.
That's in line with that.
Yeah.
You got mango and you got tangerine. They're both exactly the same on different fruit levels. Like
Yeah.
you got mango and you got tangerine. So also I just saw a comment. Hey, what's up, Jeff? Thank you for watching. If you got anything LS powered, that man is the way to go for tuning.
And
He is-
again, Jeff, everybody's throwing around this word gentleman, and I'm having a hard time seeing what it
Yeah.
applies. It's kind of freaking me out.
Oh, he's also the one with that with the black ST that when I was going up and down Denellen Road waiting for you to get to the hangar that may or may not have broken the speed limit as I was, doing I was seriously
In
No, that's
I
Kirby
didn't-
Road in Mexico.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Kirby Road in Mexico. Well, it is the Cheapers Creepers Road in Mexico. I was just going up and down it, waiting. I had like 20 minutes till you got to the hangar, so I was just going up and down. My final pass down when she said, "Hey, yeah, we're here." So I'm like, "Okay," turn around. All of a sudden, I'm turning off of the one road onto that road. Like, "Oh, look, Sabrina, look," and that's Steve. And we're talking to Brian through the speakers and that. And I'm like, "Oh, giving a little gas." And I'm like, "Oh, speed limit. I'm staying at the speed limit. Let me give it more gas." So I stay at the speed limit
To maintain.
and maintain. And all of a sudden, I'm like, "Oh, he's staying at the speed limit with me." Next year, we're still doing the speed limit together.
Yeah, it's always fun when you're talking on the phone and you get play-by-play of the vehicle's name.
Oh yeah. All of a sudden, Sabrina's like, I think we're running from somebody," and I'm like,
No, we're just playing.
"We're just playing 120 in Mexico. Woo!" And Brian's like, "Okay, so you're 50. You're 5 minutes out, man." I'm like, "Yes, I'm
Cool.
5 minutes out."
All right, see you in 5 minutes. We'll be waiting for you.
Yeah, that's not bad. I'm enjoying this.
No, I love when you get in those little packs on the highway.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a couple people that just want to.
Oh, I always, whenever I'm in a pack like that, and one of them like goes off to an exit, that's a double flash of lights, double honk, arm out the window.
Speed buddy.
Speed buddies.
When I was coming back from Devin's bachelor party, actually, I got in on 275 with a Ferrari 360 Modena Spider and a Volkswagen Golf R.
Nice.
And we all hung out with each other, just synchronizing our maneuvers and everything, going faster than everyone else in Mexico, and sometimes reaching speeds of 130 to 140 in Mexico.
Yeah.
But still packing together and moving tight and everything. And then the Ferrari went to get off, and we both slowed down, and we all waved at each other.
Yeah, no, and that's one of the best.
One of my best speed buddy things. I was heading up to St. Augustine. This was again back in high school.
Two-legged days.
It's two-legged days. So a few of us were heading up to St. Augustine. We're all kind of following
No,
the
was
car.
this in the Z?
No, this was actually in a 87 Accord.
Oh, is this $100
There you
Accord?
go.
No, not my $100
Oh, okay.
Accord. No, this was an 87 Accord, and one of the girls we were with, she was
flip up like
she was,
before,
yeah,
right?
she was looking to go to Flagler College, and she's like, "I feel like going to St. Augustine and checking out." Da da da. So we all started to hand me the keys. So we're like, "Well, we can drive." Okay.
That's a 3-hour drive.
So we get up on 95, and I'm booking it up 95, and I come up on a group of cars that's going, well, still 2-digit speeds, but the upper
Yeah.
2-digit range. I'm heading north on 95. And I'm coming up on them, and I look, and about the third car in line, I see tan and a super dark brown. I'm just like, I'm perfectly fine hanging the tail end of this line. Well, so there's like 6 cars, 7 of us are in this line. No. Oh yeah, wait a minute, it was a Trooper Fox body. 86 notch to be exact. So anyway, or an 87 in aero notch.
Oh.
So third car in line was a Trooper. The 2 cars in front, I guess they were just like, screw it. They went full ham and they weren't getting blue lights in the mirrors, so they just kept on going. And so we're all hanging out in the right lane, and we approached over traffic. It was like everybody would. So it was good. And then next thing you know, I see a red speck coming up in my mirror, and it's hauling ass. Goes zinging by, and it was a 87 or 88 Daytona Shelby Z.
Nice.
Ooh,
Went
it was a race. That was a fucking race,
no,
man.
no, it was one of the cars that got killed by the race. It was
I know,
on-
but still.
Anyway. So anywing, this thing went screaming by us, doing, I don't know, $120, something. Had
About all I could
at least
do.
$120. It was winging by us. And it's just like, this won't end well. And sure enough, he went zinging by. Trooper went out, went after him, and the rest of us went on about our way.
Oh man.
The trooper was going, look, you're speeding, but
Well,
you're not being stupid.
No,
Yeah.
you're doing
So
good.
I'm going to
You're doing
allow it.
good. Yeah.
And then this guy goes, "Vroom," and he did the fucking Super Troopers thing.
Yes.
Oh yeah. That's wonderful. So, we want to break into our actual topic for tonight. Speaking
Hold
of
on,
the
we
road,
have
so,
an actual topic.
We had actual topics?
We had an actual
okay.
topic.
Well, anyway, what
When
Wait,
did
we're doing a show?
When did actual topics
Oh
happen?
shit! Hey guys, there's a camera.
I forgot, we're live streaming this. That's right.
We can't edit this. I feel bad for the 4 people watching. Thanks, guys.
I know. They chose this.
Yeah, you
They
guys.
didn't have to click on us, but they did.
You
So
guys,
now you're stuck with us.
you guys picked a horrible way to spend your Friday night.
Pretty much once you click on the stream, you're never allowed to leave ever.
At least we have beer.
Yeah, at least we have beer. Well, we appreciate you stopping by
Hi,
and
Jeff.
say hi.
Definitely.
So, so Jeff, when I was talking to Cody, as you know, Cody's my neighbor. He was telling me about things about possible more engine swaps to the truck and all that stuff. So, yeah, hopefully I'll see you around at the house and you can
Has
come over
Cody's
and-
Evo been out and about recently?
He needs to do the drag suspension onto it that he has sitting in the garage. I told him I'll help him because he's like the kid and all that stuff. Then there's an issue with his front wheels rubbing that he needs to address. And there was Jeff, you'll probably know a little bit more about this. Cody's Evo, it was the drag suspension that he needs to put on. His wheels were rubbing, and I think it was a clutch also that he was trying to do, or it was something like that. But I mean, it's still up and running and all that, but it's just been finicky issues that he's been dealing with. That he's been trying to.
Yeah, because every now and then we see it out and about, and it's been a while since I've seen it. Seen or heard it well, so.
And that's the thing. When he stopped by the other day, when you were over, then we were asking him about, clutch has been sticking. We welded plates. So it's been. It needs some work done to it, but I can't wait to have that thing back tearing up and down the roads because that is one of my favorite things. Where I mean, hell, when the day after I moved into my house, we had to, because it was in March, had the doors open and all that. I'm on the toilet taking a shit, and I hear something. I'm like trying to finish. I'm running to the door. My pants still on my legs as I'm watching this Evo, this fucking 4-wheel smoke past the house. You know, just I'm like, I live on the right road. Yes, the right house. Yes, and so I can't wait to see it because that thing's over 700 horsepower. It's just a monster.
I just had a genius business idea.
Oh God.
Mobile toilets?
No.
Oh, okay.
Housing
Porta
developments for car guys.
That's Mobile Street that I live on.
No. Listen. So you propose a neighborhood, right?
Built around a racetrack.
Built around a racetrack.
Like that one in Texas.
1320 went to a development that had townhouses for rent around the racetrack. And part of
that was in Alabama.
Is that the one? Is that the one in Texas or no?
Texas. Because
I know I'm going to say a dirty
What
word
for
here,
sale
but
right now?
homeowners association. But their job is to maintain the tracks. You get a road course and drag strip.
Not homeowners association.
Track owners association.
Exactly. Exactly.
If you live there, 100% access.
yes.
And your monthly fee, instead of you're paying this, you're paying that for track rental, track maintenance, and track.
Sorry, it's just that popped into my head. And I was like, that needs to be more of a
Well,
thing.
see, here's the thing. It's not a far-fetched idea because there are aviation communities out of that.
Right. You got Jambalaya, you got the other one off of
There's
491
there's
by
one down.
200.
There's one down, I think, in Haskell County?
Yeah.
Hillsborough County.
What's the one that you ducked in with your
12 Oaks Aerospace.
12 Oaks and
Mexico.
all that? Yeah. In Mexico. And
Actually, I can pretty much say that one. The statute of limitations is well run out on that one.
Right.
So Jeff says, I have had this idea for that development that is for 46 coming out of development. Oh yeah, 104. Which one's 140?
488, I believe.
Is it 48 or 46?
Let's say 486 runs from 41 to 44.
484.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
But basically, back in my two-legged days, and the statute of limitations is well run.
Oh yeah, this is longer than I've been alive. So you're
I
good.
passed a Marion County cop on State Road 200 one night in my S30Z, set to kill. I went past him sitting half on the shoulder, half on the road, with his lights on and his radar going, and I went past him at 240
Yep. You saw them lights and went, nope. I'm just gonna bury this.
I was
right
already
here
buried.
on my
I was
foot.
already buried. I was going to lift off to come across that narrow bridge for Withlacoochee, but as soon as I saw the white stripe flash out in the night and I saw the lights come on and radar detector went nuts, I was like, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm a streak of light. See ya.
Exactly. You can't see me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, but that's a really good idea because that track in Texas that 1320 was at, they put them up in that really nice house
in one of the townhouses there.
and that was right there at the starting line of the
you
track
pretty much
strip.
You went out on the balcony, on the back porch of the balcony,
and you were at the
There's the
parking
racetrack.
lot. There was a parking lot, and to the right was the racetrack.
You're basically right across.
And it wasn't like a shitty like mobile home or something like that. Not saying mobile homes are shitty.
Oh, yeah, no,
but it was not like that. It was
The one that's I don't know if it's still for sale, if it's sold or not, but it's in the road. It's called like Speedway Circle or some shit like that. It's like it's a 2-bedroom, 4-bathroom.
Is that the one up north? Up in
No,
Connecticut?
this one's in Texas.
Okay.
It's on a circuit track. It's a 2-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 2-story. The bottom story is a garage.
The white and blue one that everybody's posting about.
It's
it's
right on the race
road course.
Yes,
right?
it's on the road course. And that one, like, it's literally when you look at your back door, like your sliding glass door or window, looking out
You're
back
like
in the backyard,
12
you're looking at the
whatever.
road course.
Yeah.
It's right there.
And if you buy that house, you get permanent access to the road course. Yep. Oh yeah, something like that. That's a car person's dream right there.
And the house was nice on top of it.
Oh yeah, no, it was a very, very nice house. It was a very nice house, and it's just, I would 100% go with something. Oh, was that Sunny?
No, I think that I didn't see. No, I didn't see.
Oh, speaking of the Sunnies, did you see the Japanese classic Sunny that they have right now? It's white, fucking amazing.
Oh, is that the Hakatora style one?
Yeah,
I've seen that truck.
Oh,
That's amazing.
$16,000. If I had $16,000, that son of a bitch would. Oh yeah, Jeff saw the video that we was talking about.
Did you see about that possible idea that's been a theory, basically, that's still a hypothesis that's really not even cemented, but thrown around? There's a shop in Inverness. I know I made it sound extremely convoluted like that. I'm sorry. I had to. There's a shop in Inverness called Shift
Once again, spoil the damn pump race.
I know. I get too excited about things. It's called Shift Into Gear. And they're in Inverness. And
That's the dude that has that R32.
Yeah, yes.
The white R32.
Okay, yeah.
He's trying to get a general consensus to see on possibly becoming an importer. and how that would do in this area. And
I think it would do pretty.
I really don't know. I mean, I know there's a couple of them in Tampa that are operating.
Especially if he does the not the mini trucks, but the K trucks and that, because those
would actually sell quite a bit.
Four-wheel drive, got a decent payload.
They're excellent work
cheap.
trucks.
They're small. Not only are they good work trucks, they're great for hunting camps. This area has a lot of hunting camps in the surrounding areas. Those things are great through the not through like crazy mud or anything
narrow
like
trails
that,
and stuff like
but
that.
going through narrow trails, going to deer to tree stands
There
and
you
all
go.
that
Yeah,
stuff.
Jeff's kind of on the same. I don't think the market is here. Maybe if he branches out.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
Yeah,
But that's
I don't
the
think
thing, I
it's
mean,
directly.
okay, well, when he's talking about branching out, there's people from here. There's a guy here that has a ridiculously clean Sylvia.
Yeah.
Bought it at Japanese Classics.
Yep.
Well,
Is that guy with
hell, Dylan bought his four-door Skyline, his C18 Skyline. I believe it was from Japanese class.
Okay,
This is
now-
the guy with the Nissan Pal.
Yeah.
There's Dude with the PAL. There's there's a video on YouTube of a red R33. I don't think it was a GTR, although when I watched the video closely, the badge, the GT badge on the fender was red, which is typically for GTR. But it was a red R33 with a set of Volk Racing race wheels.
The one that got crushed.
The one that got crushed. And
It was a GTST with GTR bumpers.
okay, and that guy bought it from an importer in Florida. So,
Oh, fuck him, Jeff.
well, four-door.
But still,
But wait a minute.
one of his customers just bought a
friend of mine.
I thought it said a Mines R34. I'm like, he took a fucking Mines R34.
No,
and
a friend of
fucking
mine's old four-door.
Oh, okay.
Wait a
Okay.
minute. Hold on.
Hold
Wait a
on.
minute.
Was it Orly's, the white one, the GTST?
That was a two-door.
No, he had the four-door. His white four-door. They brought
Well,
the
the one that,
R32. It was
No.
a GTST
no,
four-door.
the R34 that I saw here was a GT25 two-door.
The one that Orly
This one was
drove
out
by.
of Gainesville,
Yeah.
he said.
Out of Gainesville, different place.
Okay, what I was
Sorry,
going to
okay,
say...
Wait a minute.
Sorry.
An R34, you say? BNR R30. Okay, wait a minute. How the hell does he have a BNR R34 that's not rare, unusual, show and display?
Yeah, Jeff. Okay, so in the comment, how does he have that? Because if it is not underneath the law of rare and unusual or
Show and display classification, has been fully federalized.
by the Motorex company,
Yeah, I don't
which-
ask.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
still get them
yeah. You can
Well,
still
obviously,
get
I
them,
and
but,
drive them.
but
Well,
it
no,
would
I
be
actually
like that
saw a midnight purple R33.
at Ocala Cars
And I flat out asked the guy, I'm like, that's not 25 years old. How exactly are you driving a R33
Right.
Oh wait,
in Florida?
I know.
And he said, and the guy told me, he's like, well, when I bought it from the importer, he said that if you disable this and you do this, then the government considers it legal. I'm like,
No, they don't.
no, Florida will put a tag on it because Florida doesn't give a shit.
Yeah,
Feds will find that car and
and
seize
Jeff,
it.
yes, you can import them from places like Canada or the Bahamas or the Caribbean or places like that. But
The import laws still apply.
Yeah, and the
Right.
import laws still apply in the United States. Florida doesn't give a shit because we're Florida.
You can put
But-
a license plate on a shopping cart in this
Yeah.
state.
This one.
But it is still one of
didn't have that
those.
wing.
It is still one of those where if the feds fully find out, that car will be forklift through it, shoved to
Okay,
a crusher while the
basically-
driver's sitting there, and they crush
Is
it.
that one?
Yeah, they'll make you watch.
Yeah, don't make me watch.
Unlike
Unlike the R34 NER that we saw at the Ocala Cars and Coffee,
or
that was an actual NER spec car.
that was also a Tommy Kira.
It was a Tommy Kira car that fell under the rare and unusual because there was only like
basically Bill
36
Gates
of them
law.
here. Yeah,
The Bill Gates
that fell underneath that. That's why
Now,
that car was legal.
I'd also seen a video of someone put a Tesla P85 on a four-wheel dyno at HP Logic down in South Florida. And when I was watching the video, I actually have a screen capture of it.
Oh, yeah,
In
yeah,
the background is a Midnight Purple R2 R34. And I'm like, the shit. Well, I later found out that is also a NER spec car, one of 36 nurse specs, and it's one of even fewer in Midnight Purple 2. That one's legal.
Okay, well,
Also, the red one that was seized from Rivsu a couple years ago.
yes, at the show.
That was also a nurse spec, and that one wasn't being seized to be impounded and crushed.
It
That
was
being
sold
seized.
illegally.
That was being seized to be returned to its rightful owner.
Yeah, it was sold illegally.
So basically, if it's not that, to have
well, hold on. Jeff posted saying, you buy a container and disassemble it and send in parts back, then reassemble it and register it in South Carolina. Jeff.
No, because there's an importer in South Carolina that brought in an R33 GTR just like that, and they had done so much hinky shit, or had been thought of as doing so much hinky shit that customs agents seized that container, seized one of their containers, and they did pull out all the parts. They also pulled out an R33 GTR that was labeled as parts, and all they did was put a battery in it and cranked it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and even cars that are done like that are still illegal unless they have been modified to meet all U.S. federal regulations for that model year car.
Yep.
And that's the whole what Motorex got busted for doing wrong.
Because Motorex did the couple crash tests, but then as they moved on, they stopped doing the crash tests and stopped making it to where they were fully legal.
I didn't say it's right, but anyway.
Oh, yeah. No, we're not saying that. We're not saying that. We're just saying, like, we're going through this. Like,
as far as
Florida, we're okay.
I was trying to say earlier, as far as what he's going to try and do, being an importer, he only has one shot. His only chance at actually making it successfully is he has to be able to undercut the competition out of the more populated areas. He has to be able to do it for cheaper. If he can't do it for cheaper and still make a profit, he ain't going to do anything with it. Because just trying to sell around here ain't doing it. You're not going to make any money doing that.
It's one of those with the prices that I will say Japanese classics, even though they are out of Virginia, their prices are really decent to where it's
they're definitely market-based prices, and the market for 90s Japanese sports cars are going way the hell up.
But it's one of those you can get a $150 ticket, like airplane ticket, fly up there, get your car and drive it back. But
Rivsu was apparently humming along, doing just fine, and then
they were out of Sanford here, right outside of Orlando. That's the one that. Will, you will remember that white 85, 86 Panda color, perfect interior. The charcoal.
He needed a moment after seeing it.
The one that I really did. I contacted him. I talked to him about financing and that. That's when I put the 86 up for sale on Craigslist.
Okay.
I fully tried to buy it.
Rivsu was humming along with a good reputation, except for the red R34 that got seized for a bad consignment sale.
They had Hakuzuku, well, not Hakuzuku.
Hakuzuka.
Yeah.
But anyway, they were supposedly humming along, and then one day,
gone. And they had meats
like a fart in the wind. They were
gone.
They just literally, it's like
overnight.
One day they were running, the next day, phones were shut down, building was empty. Emails not being returned.
It was weird, dude.
And a bunch of people had
eight
deposits down on cars.
8 to 5 on Monday. They were open. Tuesday, 8 to 5. Done.
Well,
everything's done.
Rivsu did things different than, say, Japanese Classics or Duncan Imports or any of the ones that you hear of, or even AV Autos over in Orlando. Those guys, they buy the cars at auction. They import them here. They do all the paperwork, and then they put them up for sale. What Rivsu was doing was Rivsu was like, okay, here's our auction link.
You give us
You go
this.
online through our auction page, and you buy this car.
We do everything
We'll
else.
handle the importation of it.
Right.
So it wasn't like you could just go to Rivsu and say, I want that one and buy it. When Rivsu listed cars that they had for sale or available, it was cars
all
that
options.
It was cars that were still in
So you would do all your PayPal stuff. They'd help you log in through the website. You do all that stuff. You buy the car. Okay, you're actually logged into the Japanese auction. You send them your money. You pay for the car. And then you go to Rivsu. Rivsu would be like,
you're doing it through Rivsu's auction link.
Yeah.
So once you purchase the car, Rivsu would handle everything.
Everything
else.
else.
They would ship it.
Ship it over. Do all that
They would
stuff.
do all the federal paperwork. and then,
And then
it
you
would be
pick up the
delivered.
car.
It would be delivered to Rivsu's facility, and then you would go pick up your car
Right.
with all your paperwork done.
And
Actually, Motorex was the first one to do an R33, legit. I think Rivsu was the first one to bring an R33 in under rare and unusual.
yeah,
But Motorex was actually the first people to legit bring an R33 and an R34 into the U.S. And
Yeah.
the people who still
and they
have,
crashed them too. That was the thing.
yeah, they actually did. What Motorex did was they got with an engineering company and actually crash tested them to figure out what had to be done. And somewhere I'd actually read what the company was. So that information's still out there. But in a few more years, it'll become moot because 34 will be legal.
Yeah.
What, 3 years, 4 years?
99. So that'll be 25. So right now we're at 20, so 5 more years.
Yeah, 5 years.
So
Yeah, 5 years.
2024, R34s will start. to
Yeah,
use.
so it'll be a moot point. But at the time, they actually did crash testing so that they could bring R33s and R34s into U.S. federal compliance. And at that point, they could no longer sell them as a Nissan Skyline GTR. They became
Motorex
GTRs, and they were issued a federal 17-digit VIN. Well, the first few cars that they did were done properly, and then they slowly
After
did
that,
less and less and less to each of the
they-
cars. And the last handful of cars that they brought in, including some R34s, they didn't do anything to.
Right.
They
Yeah.
just titled and VIN'd them. And when they were shut down, in a rare moment of clarity or common sense for the federal government, which is weird, the federal government basically said, well, you guys that bought these cars bought them in good faith, they were legal, so
You get to keep them,
no problem.
Right.
but anything else, you're done. Like
So-
you're done. And
So-
that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say,
we've cut you
well-
off so many times, Dan.
Oh no, I was gonna say Chris was finishing. Were you finished talking about the importers?
No, all I was saying was that the only chance he has to make that a successful
Is
business
undercut.
is to be able to undercut the pricing of
And,
the other companies,
and
and that's gonna be tough to
and
do.
he's still going to have to attract clients from well out of this area.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because there's not enough people in this area
No.
to
There's not
support
enough
that
people.
Like I said,
us.
Saturday,
and we love this shit.
like I
we
said,
can't
Saturday,
afford this
like
shit.
I said, when we saw the Salady, and Will saw it, and then I saw it later on. The Salady was with a whole group of car people.
Right.
A couple of people understood that it was a 240 with a Sylvian nose. I was the only one of the group that saw, no, it's not a 240, it's a 180SX. It is a right-hand drive car. It's a Sylvian nose. So, like I said, some people like me, especially in this area, even among the car people in this area, we're a very small group.
we have a very small group of people that actually know.
There's very few
A
people
lot-
that have seen
well, I mean,
Initial
like-
D.
Yeah.
Well, even his Skyline.
Oh yeah.
As soon as
Dylan Skyline.
as soon as it pulled in, I was like,
That's
that's not a GTR. And people were looking at me, and I'm like, that's a GTST with an N1 nose.
yeah. Yeah, it has an M nose, right?
No, it's a GTR nose.
Yeah.
It's an N1 GTR nose, but it's basically it had type because I noticed it had a Type M wing, Type M side skirts, and I was like, that's not a GTR.
I am going to say one thing. When they become legal, the Stagia wagon,
Oh,
I will have one.
Oh yeah, well because with that you can fully just go and
Yeah, you can basically put an
R34
R34
front
clip
end
on
onto it. That is like all other Fox bodies.
Double unicorn.
Well, that the Skyline is fight me on this.
the Skyline is the Fox body
is
of
the
the
Fox
Japanese
body
market.
of the
Uh-huh.
Japanese market.
The Skyline
I'm so
is the
sorry.
S197 of
No.
that.
No, the Skyline is the Fox body
It
of
really
the
is.
market.
It is.
The reason
Will
why
says yes, best wagon ever.
the reason why is because the Fox body is not just the Mustang. You got the Mustang, you got the Capri, you got the Fairmont, you got the Futura, you got the LTDs, you got all that stuff.
LTV2s.
Yes,
Thunderbird.
Thunderbird.
the Cougar,
Zephyr.
the Zephyr, the Durango.
Yes. Well, the Durango wasn't a factory built vehicle.
But it was sold at factory. It was sold at
It
dealers.
was sold by,
It was a dealer option that you could get. You could do, but
And-
all the and same thing to Mark 7s.
yeah. And
They were all
I've actually seen one of those.
yes. So you have all those vehicles that fall underneath the Fox body platform. Same thing with the Skyline platform. And I mean, and I mean that in the best way possible because you have the hero card, the R32 GTR, the hero card. That's basically the 93 Cobra R for us. 93 Cobra R is
That's what I
our
was talking about.
R32 GTR. There was less made of it, but that is the pinnacle of Fox body.
Right.
Okay, so the pinnacle of Godzilla is that. You got the R34, GTR, which is, the ultimate, and that. Well, when you go through the Fox bodies, Terminator.
S95s.
Listen, yes. Well, the
Ultimate Fox body was the 93 Cobra R.
But the SN95s and New Edges, they were all Fox-based cars.
They were on the Fox platform.
They were on the Fox
they were
platform.
glorified.
But
Yeah, well,
exactly, the R34G. Is that? Yeah, no, I remember that. That's a Durango. That is a Ford Durango.
Yeah.
So the R34 GTR is a glorified
American Youth.
R32. Like that is like the
Interesting.
that is the final evolution of that.
This is my final form.
Yeah. So you have the Terminator, who in the Mustang community is considered one of like the best Mustangs, and that whole chassis, the whole unibody and all that. That is actually a
79 Fox body.
That's a 79.
Technically,
78 Zephyr. Yeah, that is technically a 78 Zephyr. That is the same platform and all that, just with tweaks and all that.
So what he's saying about the
GTR and
Skyline,
that,
so his comparison to the Fox body with Skylines is not incorrect.
it's not the car itself, it's the chassis.
It's the platform.
Through all its evolutions, R32, R33, R34, 4-doors, regular base engines and all that. You go through the Fox from 78 all the way to 04, same thing. Same thing. Fight my logic. The R30, the Skyline, R32
wagons
through
sedans,
all of it.
I agree.
Because
on
the
BNR,
Fox statute.
Yeah. BNR 32, BNR 33,
You can get
BNR
wagons,
34,
you can get all that
all
stuff.
kinds of stuff built on them. And on the
And
Fox platform, there
You
was
can
all
get
kinds of shit
wagons,
built
you
on
can
them.
get 2-doors, you can get convertibles, you can get 4-doors.
What wagons were available? Hold on. What did the Futura wagon?
No, the Fairmont.
The
Fairmont
wagons. There's a Futura wagon.
Yep.
And a Mercury Zephyr wagon.
I need a Fairmont wagon.
There was a Zephyr wagon up at Friday Night Thunder one time. 4-door wood grain, 3.3 liter straight 6 automatic. Guy got it from his grandma. Had 33,000 miles.
I wouldn't
and
even
was
mind
fucking
an
amazing.
LTD wagon. Either one.
LTD wagons were not Fox chassis.
I know.
Those were full chassis.
LTD2s were Fox bodies.
Yes.
There's currently an LTD2 roller chassis in Spring Hill, $800, full interior, perfect interior, all the parts and everything in the trunk of
So
the car.
it's ready for an LS swap.
No, ready for a 5-liter swap. The
No,
best
it's ready for an LS.
the best thing about
No,
those
that's
is
right.
you
No,
seriously
that's right.
you put the
No, no, no.
5-liter.
Both of you are wrong.
You put an SVO swap into it. Barrel swap.
Barrel swap would be most
That would be
interesting, but
cool.
probably the best way to take that car and go to drag league. Power by the hour, Coyote Gen 2 Coyote 6R80 with control pack swap. Bam,
Sure.
done.
Yeah. But no, so
Manual steering rack, and that way you can still have air conditioning in it for the ride.
Yep.
woohoo! But the whole that's seriously the whole thing. Like
Yeah,
We-
Chaser and Altezza,
Uh-huh.
IS200, IS300.
but we love the Skylines platform and all that. But it really is, and I hate to say it to you guys, that is the
It's the
JDM
Fox body. It's the
body.
Fox body
it
of Japan.
And I mean that in the best way possible because I love Fox bodies and I love Skylines. Like that is the best comparison that I can do. And when you fully break it down with the amount of years that it was available and all the things, that's what it is. That's really what it is.
I think I want to get to that brand trailer little truck I saw. I don't know what kind of
Yeah.
truck it was, but I know that.
Sorry
was a
guys,
brand trailer.
we fully this episode was nothing but tangent.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
We needed a
No,
tangent episode.
Nothing
Why?
but tangent.
You want
Yeah,
we had a
also
rough
cases.
idea of what we wanted to do, and then we
And we didn't even talk
We
about
didn't
that.
have that. You want to show the folks
Yeah, I'll show the folks what we got here.
what we're looking at for bring
Look, it looks like a dance.
Well, so seriously, thank you for agreeing with me on that because I thought that was going to be.
No,
like,
you're
out
absolutely
there, and
right.
I thought it was going to
The
be. out there
Skyline
and-
is the Fox body of the JDM world.
All right, kids. What we have for this week's Bring a Trailer is a no reserve 1971 Datsun 521 pickup.
Ah,
This is
I
located.
really think Trevor had one of these.
This is located in Inglewood, California. It's
Oh, isn't it?
94,000 indicated miles, total mileage unknown, 1.6 inline four,
Let me see
four-speed
that.
manual transmission, light green with gray interior,
Love the color
steel
combination.
wheels, white wall tires,
That-
Oh, yellow fog lights.
That color.
AM radio and heater, lower
Very
3 inches,
sweet.
front disc brakes, Weber carburetor, new exhaust, and
The
it is
fan.
Oh, we'll pump the brakes there, squirrely Brian.
and it is a
Did you say back up a couple things there? Did you say lowered?
3 inches.
Lowered as well. Okay.
Oh, hey, shit! It still has a factory spare on it with what looks like the factory spare tire.
I don't even know what the market is for those.
Okay, so this 1971 Datsun 521 is a long bed pickup which spent time in California and Texas prior to its acquisition by the seller 3 years ago. Reportedly from its second owner, so this guy may be the third owner of this truck. As you can see, it's not like the little Stout that was fully restored. This
No,
was,
it ain't
No, it's
perfect,
got weathering.
this is a solid driver quality truck.
but not bad. It's one
No,
of those.
it's not bad at all.
weathered, but this is on a 10 being a complete concourse and a 1 being, hey, send this piece of shit to the
I
fucking
would call this a
junkyard.
solid 7.
7 or 8.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
would. Really would. Like, it needs a little bit of stuff here and there, but
So power
the
comes
engine
from
It
a,
looks pretty good.
it looks good.
so power comes from a 1.6 liter inline 4 with a Weber
Washer
carb,
bag.
4-speed manual transmission. Work in the past 5,000 miles is said to have included a front disc brake conversion as well as installation of new exhaust system, Weber carburetor, fuel pump, U-joints, idler arm, and white wall tires.
It still has
This
The-
521 is offered with partial service records, factory literature, and a clean California title in the seller's name.
the washer bag in it. The windshield
Yeah,
washer
the condition
fluid.
of the paint detailed in the gallery below, including scratches and fading in the bed and elsewhere. 14-inch steel wheels, chrome hubcaps, Cooper tires.
I like
You know,
it.
the seats overall in good shape. The upper part of the bench has got some tearing on the driver's
Oh
side.
yeah,
We get it
you
now.
expect that.
The engine bays look pretty original and clean, and everything
Best
looks.
thing is the best thing on my truck: smoker windows.
I'm trying to think though. Like I don't even know what the market is on those trucks.
Yeah.
I feel like
Will says now. Will is that 22?
22,500.
Okay.
No, this is
way
a 521, so this is the facelift from the original 520.
high. That's way high.
I'm gonna say like $7,500. I don't know what they're worth. I don't think more than 10 though.
Okay, so 75.
Yeah. I don't
I'm
know.
gonna say $9,500.
95.
82.
Mike's the closest, $8,900
There you go.
without going over.
Good deal. Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be that big of a marginal.
I knew it wasn't gonna be more than 10K. The market's not there for that type of truck. It's not collectible enough to
Which
bring
is
big
good.
The
money.
thing is, I mean, not who the hell knows what those things
I
are.
was gonna say
Exactly.
certain
But
people.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was walking around with a big old fat stack of cash and a lottery money in my pocket, and I came across this,
Oh, I'd be all over it.
have to have it.
Well, if you came across it, I hope you wipe it off.
But no, I mean I would have to have that though. Like money, no object. I have to have it.
I love that.
Just to look at it.
I love this color.
It doesn't
Just
have
to look at
AC, but the fact that it has one of those fans mounted up in the far passenger
Right.
side
I saw that. That's
that
awesome.
walks over. That right
Wing
there.
windows, I mean, that's just
It's just one of those
that-
goofy little
that
Japanese
is a
trucks.
cool, old, honest mini truck.
Now, it's
Right.
one of those, I would not want that as a shop truck here in Florida, but a shop truck in California, or even let's say Colorado.
Oh yeah, if you lived in Northern California, this would
Oh,
be
yeah.
No, I would absolutely have that as a shop
Oh,
truck here.
well, yeah, but I'm just saying, perfect condition, Northern California, smoker windows open, that little fan going, because it never really
Wing
gets.
windows.
We call them smoker windows.
Wing windows.
You get those things open, both of them pointing towards you, doing 30 miles per hour. You're good.
And a
I
fan.
have
And
wing
you're
windows
good.
in my truck. They're amazing. I love them.
Hey, we have wing windows in Dad truck.
Well, he has wing windows.
Dad truck. You
Yeah.
got Dad
My-
car.
my
We got
truck-
Dad truck.
My truck,
I have wing windows in my
my
Project
truck
Long
also
Haul.
has a fan mount for a fan because there's no AC in my
I was gonna
truck.
say it's Project
Sorry.
Dad truck.
Sorry, it's
Speaking
Project
of
Long
your
Haul.
truck and your
Project
square
Long Haul
body
Dad truck?
with the fucked up
No,
wheels.
Project Long Haul.
Fuck.
I'm sorry,
That
bro.
little-
It's mine
little
now, and I
mom
have to name
I
it.
know. His
Automotive
is
shop on 44 right by Independence, just past the Ford dealership. Have you
Mount
seen
One
the
was
red
isn't it?
short bed square body that sits out there?
I don't need to. It's got
I
AC.
know it's got perfect
Next
AC.
time
It's
Right,
got the
wait,
best
it's out
AC
there,
of
I'll
any
get a picture
vehicle
of
I've
it.
ever owned.
That's thanks to Tony's too.
No,
I
no,
think
no.
it's something
I need you to
that
understand something.
Dude, if somebody
My
that works there or somebody that has a
2009
service there-
I see
Mustang
one every day
has
because there's a
meth
guy.
AC.
There's a guy who dated
My
a
95
K10 that's the same
F-150
body
with
style as mine.
208,000 miles on the clock will freeze your ass out.
You know why? Because
R12.
because Sabrina's mom was like, I'm driving this bitch around. You know, her with her headaches. I need the AC fixed. Took it to Tony's too, and the Emirates right there by the Speedway.
Will says he bought a Datsun pickup at Walmart for 94 cents.
Oh yeah, well, that
I saw a picture of it. Can't confirm.
But yeah, no, that they did $100.
Yeah.
That's all it took. New Schrader valve, and I think new.
No,
motor.
it still kills me. My 2009 Mustang, the AC is meh.
Let's
I
say
mean, it
Sabrina's
gets
car.
cool.
Yeah,
It
Sabrina's
don't
car's the
get
same
cold
way.
in that car though. It gets cool.
Yes.
You know why?
It'll dehumidify and you'd be like, all right, this isn't awful.
You got
But
the
you get
black,
a truck.
you got the black leather in there. That's why.
I get
Well, I've got
going.
tinted windows.
This
You
is your
know,
hydrated
Sprint-
table?
Yeah, it is my hydrant at the
But you
table.
get that
How
truck.
could you tell?
You get that truck, and by the time I get home,
There's
I'm turning it
there's
off.
bits of
because it's
film
too cold.
around
Yep.
here and paint.
The 86. Hold on, the 86. That day we fixed the vacuum lines for
Yes.
2.5 minutes. Turned on the AC. It finally went from defrost, and you heard everything click on, and it came through the vents. That still has the old school coolant in it. Fucking amazing. And then it stopped because I got another vacuum leak. But remember that? It was like, yes, and the AC works. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, we made the
Oh,
HVAC.
like,
we made the HVAC in this car work for a whole 2.5 minutes.
And it was almost frost coming
You know, we
out of the
can find
vents,
vacuum
and then
leaks,
it
bro.
stopped.
You can find
But,
that.
yeah. No, I don't want to use the AC in it because I'm thinking that might blow up the
Why?
Why?
because
It'll be
demon
fine.
car.
It'll be fine.
It will be perfectly
I
fine.
mean, even if we just want to fix the vacuum leaks to make it run right.
Oh no, it runs right. It's fine.
No. Smoke machine. We'll find the vacuum.
we can do this.
We have the technology.
We can
can
do
fix
this.
this.
We can
We
fix
can
your
rebuild
fucking car.
Don't
Mike.
tell me that you can fix this car.
All right, ready? Mike, we can fix your car.
If you bring it down to Kia on a Saturday when I'm not working and
We'll
we
fix
do a
your fucking
smoke machine
car,
test on
bro.
it, we'll find the fucking vacuum leaks really quick.
Can we find a vacuum leak on that?
That is a vacuum leak. That's not even a vacuum leak. That's just a vacuum. That's
No,
a vacuum that sucks
know,
in Dan's money and makes it
You
disappear.
know, our first
I'm sorry,
half-ass
Dan.
topic about the stage or levels of builds,
That's
No.
one of them.
that didn't qualify.
No, that's a level of build.
That's a level of unbuilt.
No, that's a level of build in the sense of that's that level of build that I'll finish it one day.
It did have a 350 in it at one point.
It did.
It did.
2 days.
It was 350 swap for a while.
I got it as almost.
It was on the ground.
Yeah,
though.
Will
There was
says-
no
Will
motor
says
mount.
his,
That thing
his
was
ground
on the
he will
ground.
do
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I think we're about overdue here.
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, we went over a little
There's no apologies on that. We got to
it.
keep.
We
it
went
short
over a
and
little
sweet.
bit.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're out of beer, so it's time to end, guys.
And we'll see you in a couple weeks. And
Cheers,
make
fellas.
sure,
See you in a couple weeks.
make sure.
If you guys saw the Lake Lindsay Road video, I've got that one up, and I have another one shot, and I'll be uploading that this coming week. I have other drives planned, but they're going to be on hold for a little while because it's Florida, and we have love bugs.
And
Fuck those
Right.
little creatures.
Make sure you smash that like button.
Before you
Smash that
forget,
like
Jesus
button.
Christ, I had other stuff
Oh
to
God!
say.
I was smashing the like button.
So
Pump the brakes.
on his videos, I also gotta say we also have. I'm hoping here in the next little bit, Brian will have part 3 of the Marshall Lights fix.
Yes,
on the Fox
I-
body because
hang
he
on,
has finally
Hang on.
started on my light project, and that's been, what, 6 months? I don't know. Who's
Yeah,
counting?
please.
Me.
Here, see if that shows up on camera. You can see I've actually I figured out how to separate a Marshall 750 lens from its outer housing, so I can start refinishing this.
Yeah, so that's part 3. Hopefully, we'll have that up, and part 3 and 4 would be, it being fixed, and then 4 being put onto the car. Also, he has just given me a new thermostat and a gasket, so that should be going on the car this week because Friday is another local meet, and Dan says I have to bring the car out. So hoping for that. Also hoping for a video on putting in that Clarion tape deck player into the 86, trying to get that all good. And then we're just. I think that's what we're going to be rolling with. Is that the 20th? We have our other live stream, but that's pretty much what we got going.
So yeah,
on
basically
right
the drive videos are going to be, except like I said, I've got one shot and already pretty much edited and ready to go. That'll be uploaded this week, probably Thursday or Friday. But those are going to be on hold for a little while because love bugs suck.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. And hopefully in the next week we'll have the remaining of our t-shirts. I know we'll have a couple mediums, a couple larges, and a couple extra larges.
One of which has already been spoken for.
Yep. Well, extra large, 2X has been spoken for. That's the one where.
So that's 2's been spoken for.
Yep. What's the other?
Will's got the other. Win has called dibs on one. So
okay.
I don't know what size he needs.
So, but it's one of those. So we got those that are remaining, and then once we sell out of those, we're able to do another order, and we'll do another pre-order, doing the thing like we did. But
they'll probably hold off on that for a while.
Well, depending on how much people are wanting to get our stuff, and we're also working on stickers too. So
I got one other thing I want to throw out there. We've got a link in the description.
Stop, Dan.
No. We've got a link in the description. A buddy of mine has started a YouTube channel talking about music, so I figured I'd give him a shout out. Steve Cabey, Conversations with Cabys. It's him and his cousin. They talk about music. They have one episode out talking about the new Tool album.
Which we like.
Check that out if you're interested in music.
Music thing.
And I figured I'd give him a shout out because he shouted out to us.
Yes.
He's the one who won our
detail kit.
If you guys are talking about music and new albums, Avantasia threw out a new album early this year.
Yes.
And it's got a whole bunch of people on there.
So
including Jeff Tate from Queensryche is on there.
Okay. So we're ending the thing. Dan, shut it off.
What? Finish it
off.